So back behind the Bonner house, I do believe that that kitchen's original. Bonner house used to be yellow. Oops, now it's white. And then these are a light gray. Guess what this is? It is a non-functioning double outhouse. I think it's open. Yeah, it's open. I'm sorry, triple outhouse. My bad. 1, 2, 3. Oh, mama bear, daddy bear, mama bear, baby bear, right? 3 different size holes. I'm guessing that was for different sized arses. I don't know that I would really want to go to the bathroom sitting next to someone. But, well, looks like they got some timber framing tools and stuff in here. A nice old woodworking bench. But actually, I have one of these for making holes for timber framing. And it is truly a non-functioning outhouse, right? There ain't no pit there. Also known as the ubiquitous pit privy, which is, yeah, that's a replica. That's is drywall. The pit privy or an outhouse, same thing. Oh, I might be wrong. Ah, that's old paint. I'll have to ask. Yeah, that's been painted. I don't know if it shows up on video. That's been painted multiple times. So, heck, this thing may be original. Board and batten door. You got money if you're building a house like this back in the day. Especially with all these embellishments. So, back to my pit privy story. A lot of people don't know it. Pit privies, outhouses, same thing. They're still legal in North Carolina. I haven't seen a county yet that is willing to make people aware that you can still put in a pit privy. Now, you're not going to put in a pit privy if you are in an HOA, right? It's very, very likely that they have outlawed pit privies as a part of the deed restrictions or the rules for the HOA. Pretty yellow color. Huh. I wonder if that's being primed and they're going to paint it yellow. Huh. Alright, so kitchen, right? In the old days, kitchens commonly burned down, so they built them away from the house. I know that one's closed. And I don't think you're going to see nothing through the glass, but it's definitely worth visiting and coming into this building with a tour. And let's see, I think that's just a water system. There's a well. Huh. Tripod, I guess. Anyway, old well. Bonner House, Bath, North Carolina. So, tangential, right? Pit privies, outhouses. I have never seen a county put on their septic application an option for an outhouse or pit privy. I wonder why that is, right? They don't want you to know. It's still in the rules. I'm not sure exactly why they aren't removing it, but pit privies, they actually have a place. If you have a little cabin out in the middle of nowhere that is infrequently used, it makes total sense to have a pit privy. Hunting cabin, fishing cabin, you visit it on the weekends, a few times a year. Why wouldn't you do a pit privy? It makes no sense to put in a septic system in a situation like that. I would be more than happy to install a pit privy or outhouse, whatever you want to call it, for you. I can build the building, certified septic installer. I don't know, I know this is going to sound really, really crazy, but I don't know if homeowners are allowed to install their own pit privy. You may actually have to hire a septic installer to do it. I'm sorry. It depends on what the county says. I think that the county is probably going to give you a lot of grief if you decide to install a pit privy. I bet someone's going to freak out. If you want to do it, contact me. I'll help you navigate the laws and the rules, and I'll point out to you where it says you're allowed to do it. And they're going to grumble, and unless there's something on the deed, or unless it's like zoned out, right? It's outside of the zoning regulations. They're going to have to let you install it. And it's one of those things that just very, very quietly put in the paperwork, and then have very, very professional interactions with the county, and you point out to them, yes, it does say in the 1900 rules that pit privies are allowed. Gosh, I don't know why your permit isn't mentioning this. I think that you ought to update your permit so that it's more accurate, right? Anyway, yeah, pit privy. It makes sense on certain types of infrequently used places. Regularly used house, probably not. What's going to happen is you're going to have a septic pumper out there to pump out your pit privy, or what most people will do is after the privy fills up, they will move it somewhere else and dig another hole. Well, you actually have to get a repair permit, which usually are free in different counties, and then you drag your pit privy over the new hole, which I think it has to be like 18 inches deep or something like that. But honestly, it just works better. Some infrequently used structure.